Hi everyone, welcome to week one. And this week we'll be going over the weekly assignment for Task Force. My name is Amanda Harville, and this is for MPA 590. So, for my task force, I'm choosing to follow police and their involvement with the community. My task force name for mine is going to be Community Safety and Crime Prevention Task. The leading agency is going to be the City of Montebello Police Department, my apologies, and will take the lead on the task. The purposes behind this is to reduce the crime rates and improve the community's relationships with the police department, but also address public safety challenges through a combined efforts between other agencies and departments such as gang violence, drug trafficking, community outreach, and ensuring a comprehensive approach to maintaining, of course, public safety. Some measurables to think about is going to be, reduce in gang violence, but also, increase of clearance of, drug trafficking cases, but also implement community engagement programs. So quantify the task force. Essentially, what are my measurables? Reduction in crime rate. The goal is essentially to achieve a 20% reduction in violent crimes, homicide, or domestic. The measurement would be coming from the U.S. crime statistics to support the monthly tracking, quarterly changes in crime rates, and then also looking at any increase in arrests or prosecutions. And this is going to be my measurable in monitoring the number of arrests and case closures and prosecution success rates compared to the baseline data, that is established as well. And then my third is going to be enhanced community trust and engagement. The goal is to increase a positive impact and interaction between law enforcement and the community. The goal is to reach about 30% as far as town hall meetings, community policies, or even just some initiatives that the police can do with the community. I think definitely conducting any type of, survey or feedback will be my measurement as far as tracking, participations and does it actually serve the community as a whole? And then another measurable I wanted to go over to as well is going to be the reduction in repeat offenders. The goal is to essentially making sure that offenders don't repeat the same crime or are repeat offender in any type of other crime. And I think that's definitely a measurable to track as far as, are individuals who are arrested, are they being counseled through the task force initiative? And then fourth, it's going to be improved responses to critical incidents. So decreased response times as far as, priority of incidents. I think you definitely want to, by at least 10%, definitely look at, what is dispatch getting into as far as calls, response data, time and after before the task force was in place. So these are just going to be some of my measurables that I'm going to be looking at with data from the US Bureau and then also from the city's measurements and what they have as well from previous rates as far as crime. So, who are my members and who are the task members essentially? And what is their role going to be in this task force? So, obviously, number one is going to be City of Montebello's Police Department as lead agency. Number two is going to be the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department as far as backup, just because the surrounding cities are county sheriff, and then Montebello is just the city's police. So, we're definitely going to use both of those. And then number three, for Los Angeles County's Department of Health, just because as far as community engagement, I think we definitely need to have them there as far as mental health and serving the community. And then also looking at, any offenders and, if they need counseling or any of that sort of type. Number four is obviously going to be the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office, especially when we're looking at, prosecutions, arrest, and so forth. And then number five is going to be Los Angeles Unified School District Police Department, just because Montebello's school unified. Right outside is Los Angeles, so we definitely want to look at them as far as their measurables too. And then, of course, number 6, being the last, is going to be community-based organization focused on crime prevention and youth outreach. Essentially, the task force would combine the strengths of law enforcement agencies and then also look at the enterprise of mental health professionals and then community organization. I think having a collaborative effort among a task force would essentially aim to not only address the crime but also tackle any root causes such as mental health issues or maybe lack of community resources, that is causing any type of hostility between law enforcement and the community. And then also looking at, the best approach for public safety as a whole. And then lastly, I did want to go over community engagement overview as far as the call to action. I think we definitely need to look at the community's needs of what they are currently lacking or currently do not have as far as resources, or maybe something that the city is looking to offer their community as a whole when leading toward this task force. And definitely getting that engagement back and forth between the schools, law enforcement, but also just the residents as a whole, because we need to ensure that the task force is quantifiable in its measurements and ensuring that essentially we're having that accountability and that trust for the community. So thank you for listening to this week's video. Again, please let me know your feedback or anything that maybe I didn't touch on that I should touch on, and so forth. Anyways, have a good first week 1, everyone.